Hi everyone, it's Killshot99 Gaming. This is Playdead Live. Crypts, Mir versus Sly. This is the second time. These two have squared off this season, and this is going to be a good one. This is probably the match you guys have been waiting for a long time. Mir is in full force tonight. Sly is on the up and up, and Sly lost a nail-biter last week to Team Arc and are looking to come back and redeem themselves. Tonight we're going to do things, we're going to do it our normal gameplay, but I got a couple changes of the way we're going to go about visually showing the game, so we'll see if that helps the teams a little bit tonight. Hopefully, if you guys got your play mats in front of you, if you've got your cards, if you're playing along with me, give me a quick 999. I need to see who has a setup in front of them and who is kind of, visualizing it without necessarily looking at your phone or looking at your computer. Let me see it. I know there's a few because last week there were a few people doing it as well. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Get those boards set up. All right, let's jump over real quick to show you guys the standings and the schedule. And you do have a few more minutes. If you guys have not gotten a message from Kel tonight about tonight's bundles, they're ridiculous. That's all I'm going to tell you. This is the biggest, most packed bundle event we've ever had, I think. So I got a lot of messages today about throwing some new items in there. So here we go. Let's go with Faction War standings. We've got Mir, and I think you might look at it and say, oh, Mir's pretty comfortable. They're 3-1. Not so fast. That point differential looks good. It's 580. But Arc is right there on their tail, and Arc beat Mir head-to-head. So they have the tiebreaker, but remember that first match of the season, Arc and Sly, they had to postpone that. So each team only has 3 matches in. So they're both tied in the loss column, each with only 1 loss. Sly tonight, 1-2, looking for, I think we could say it would be an upset tonight if Sly were to beat Mir. But Sly would go to 2-2, so this is a big game. Big game for Arc, too, because Arc's probably thinking, like, wait a minute, if Sly could pull off the upset, then Arc would go into first place. So you can see tonight we've got Mir at Sly, and then Wednesday night we got Vox and Arc, and Vox has been coming along nicely, too, so that's going to be a great match. So before I get too far into this, let me go ahead. I have to do it. I've got to go with Duelist Tiny. Let me get his gear in effect before I even show it to you guys on the screen. Because when you see these quantities, I think you're going to freak out a little bit. So Tiny. There we go. He's got a new name every week. Tiny the Mighty Duelist. And yes, he is going for that 5th piece tonight. 5th piece of Duelist gear already. So by the time we get to the tournament, you guys are going to be rocking full Duelist gear. And sorry, Valar, Miss Valar super chat earlier. She said, hello, 99 Army Kills, great mods. Channel members, PDL players, sponsors, all super chat, super stickers, and good luck teams, and have a great time. And one more quick announcement before I show you guys the bundles. The pack event last night was incredible. It was fast, it was efficient, and we said that was a 10-box pack opening, and we're going to do a bigger one in 2 weeks, and we already have 4 of the 20 boxes reserved on the very first day. So that means there are only 16 boxes left in that event. So if you want to get a number reserved, you better get with Kel ASAP. And here's tonight's bundle. So check this out. My, oh my. All right. First of all, Moonshot's probably going to look at this and say, wow, this is very symmetric. This is pretty neat, Kills. This is what we expect out of you. Because normally it gives me a hard time. But let's go beyond the beauty of all the artwork and the diagrams and everything else, because it does look a little stunning. I ain't going to lie. Let's go to that silver bundle up there. That $10 silver bundle. How about this? And let me say this again. Players are limited to 1 bundle for themselves. They can buy a bundle for someone else. And a faction can buy a bundle for their faction. but multiple people in a faction can't grab this and say, say Ron and Trigger and Cat all say, hey, let's buy one for me and let's all buy one extra for the faction and stock some of this stuff up. Because I'm going to give you the quantities. Busy Bee's buying the silver bundle, and I haven't even given her the quantity. So Busy Bee, let me tell you what is in that silver bundle. How about 4 Healing Seals, 4 Max Seal Smokes, 4 Seal Smokes, and 4 Seal and Thrill. 16 seals up there just in the silver bundle tonight. This is why I said a faction can get together and they can buy a second bundle if they want. But everybody can't buy an extra bundle for the faction. 16 seals up there, 4 Healing Seals, 4 Max Seals, 4 Seal Smoke, and 4 Seal and Thrills. I heard a lot of people needed to restock their seals, and that's what I want to help you guys out with. But I'm not done. I got more. And I got better. Because I'm going to give you a way to get some more. All right, let's go to this red bundle. A couple of these items were by request. You got Max Wax for the blade. Red pet skins are always requested. People want to level up their pets. Frantic 5. Ravishing Ruby. Max Red PvP. And we bring him back every once in a while. This is the Big Daddy. This is Red Nolan. So throughout time, a few people have not rezzed their Nolans, or they've not leveled him up with red skins. Well, here is a Red Nolan kind of snuck in there. Then you got your Berserk Glyph, and you got 4 D30 cluster bombs. All right. Now, if you buy the red or the gold, or of course you buy all of them, how about this? We've never before done this before. 10 swap smokes. Yes, you heard that correctly. 10 swap smokes. So what that allows you to do is take a swap smoke and maybe a smoke you haven't used in a long time. Maybe a fear smoke, or maybe a blinding smoke, or maybe a clone smoke. You combine those two, and then you can turn it into a max seal if you want to. So the swap smoke allows you to get whatever smoke you need. There's 10 of them right there. So if you get this bundle tonight, tomorrow you can have 10 max seal smokes if that's what you want to do. But it is a swap smoke plus another smoke equals the smoke that you want. All right? Yeah, we're doing well here. So already you got 16 seals up there, and you got 10 swap smokes. That's 26 items right there just between those 5 things. But we're not done. Yes, there is more. Max Wax for the bow. Max PvP gem. Stunning Sapphire. 2 Photon Vegas. 2 Photon Plutos. I got to keep you guys stocked with ammo too. Maya grenades. The new sweet grenade people love using. Max Wax armor. And yeah, I hit her down here. Look at this. Nobody hides Ellie. Look at Ellie. You got Ellie mixed in here too. So you got a good mix of pets. You got a good mix of items. And then Max Wax for the bullet. And then the bonus is 10 post-battle pet revives. So 16 seals, 10 swap smokes, and 10 post-battle pet revives. Those 3 things could almost be a bundle by themselves. Right? I mean, that's 36 items. 10 pet revives, 10 swap smokes, and 16 seals. 36 items just in those. But we ain't done. 2 red globs. 4, I'm going to say it right today, Ammo Blanco, not Amo Blanco. Majestic Meta Gem. And you guys saw this Big Daddy rolled out Saturday night. This is Stan. Stan stands for Standard Ammo. It is D10. So in the past, you just used whatever bullet you had in your rifles, and you got the damage that you dealt. Well, now you've got standard ammo that'll give you an extra D10, and it's for those guns that don't use globs. So the standard ammo, you use it for the Law Dog. Use it for your rifles, whatever the case may be, but it's going to give you that extra 10 pop to make up for some of these globs. I see Will in the house. Will's going gold, green, and silver. Craven Light is finishing up Will's bundle. Look at that. He's like, Will, don't leave that duelist gear on the table. Your boy Craven Light's got your back, Will. You can't leave duelist gear on the table. It's a travesty. And it's not just the duelist gear. Because when you pick up all those bundles, you get 4 tomes. The bonus for this is the energy orb, gold summon skin, a brand new, oh yeah, I know you guys love her, mace. Look at that. Look at that. And check this. I mean, this is amazing. Look at this ring. Stats. Wow. Look at the stats. H30, D10, B15, AP4. Are you kidding me? H30. Come on now. That is a ring of rings. One of a kind. The duelist right-handed ring. And it has that A4 modifier on top of it. It's a difference maker. Much like the medallion was a difference maker a couple weeks ago, that ring is crazy, crazy legit. That gives you 15 base, gives you more armor pen. And granted, some of the big ballers are going to get every piece of duelist, but if you can't, the absorb duelist pieces are still well worth it. And look, if that wasn't enough, I see Ocean Man picking it up. Sly, I mean, we got Craven tonight. We got Amy tonight. I think everybody in Sly might have bought the full bundle tonight. Tiny, Dimes, Amy, Will, Craven, Ocean Man. That's a hell of a gear run right there. And I also threw in 2 pieces of Elysium and 2 pieces of Crave Carbine. We didn't have to, because I think there's a whole boatload of stuff in here. But I was like, you know what? If we're going to bring out all these pets, all these smokes, let's get some tapes in there too. So your tapes are pretty much covered tonight as well. So, I don't know. We had a great Saturday night special. We had a phenomenal pack event. And now I think we're taking it up to a whole new level with this bundle, restock, replenish, and I don't know, it's probably a third that I can't really think of right now. Re-gear. And I don't know. And repeat after me. I can't think of anything cute, but that's okay. Sometimes not thinking of anything cute is cute in itself. So there are your bundles. I've described this for 10 minutes. Kel, I don't know if you're ready to show me who rocked out these bundles tonight. Ridiculous. There you go, Amy. Thank you. She got my back. Yeah, this is a crazy, crazy gear check. Well, you know what? I mean, we're almost halfway with the duelist gear. So I wanted to slip a piece of gear in there that really knocked you guys out. And I want to see who was paying attention. Because an H30 piece of gear might have went under the radar. And I don't want you guys to just get used to taking these stats for granted. H30, D10, B15, AP4, and 4 absorption. Ridiculous. Whew. All right, Kel, how close are we? You know what, Father Ron? Not only did you get the Ellie, well, you just got 10 swap smokes and 10 pet revives too. I mean, is that a crazy gold bundle? The Ellie and all the stuff beside it. All right, check this out. Look at these bundles. So in addition to the people that were already here, and I don't see Dow yet. I know Dow will be picking up the bundle too. Dow will probably pop in shortly. Jules, B-Dub, Amanda, Bones, Jim, Dimes, Craven, Valar, Deacon, Trigger, Flyrod, Kel. And then you see Ocean Man. You see Will. I mean, we've had most of the PDL community has picked up tonight's bundle. Sometimes Dow skates in a little later, but I will promise you he'll be on that list as well with Duelist. I know Dow's going full Duelist this season. All right. That is your, there are your numbers. You know what? We saved a few minutes because normally we start around 9:20. So if you guys are ready to get this thing rocking and rolling tonight, I know it might be a little bit of nerves. Give me a 999 and I will announce tonight's starting lineups. Look at that. All right. And now the starting lineup for your world champion Mirror Marauders. At defender, out of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, Moonshot. Okay, sorry. It's my best PA announcer. I was trying to do Chicago Bulls. I'll do it less dramatic, but I will give you tonight's starting lineup. So do me a favor. Tiny, Dimes, Crave, Ray, Kel, Moon, Flyrod, B-Dub. All of y'all, give me your pre-match buffs. I got them already, but put them in chat right now. If you guys could do me a favor, everybody else stop typing so Kel can get a nice, clean screenshot of just the people playing. So B-Dub, Flyrod, Kel, Moon, Ocean Man, Dimes, Crave, Tiny, Amanda, Nixie, Julie J, Amy, Joe, and Will. Do me a favor, just those players should be the only people typing right now so we can get a full screenshot. We should have 14 players. Each player is going with 7 tonight. Again, Animal, do me a favor. If you guys cannot type anything right now, except your buffs. All I want to see up on the screen is buffs, buffs, buffs. I see Craven Light. I see Deadly Dimes. I see Moonshot. I see Kel, Nixie, Animal, B-Dub, Will the Bill. I see Bones. Unforeseen. All right, looking good, everybody. I think we're only missing Julie. There it is. All right, perfect. That's the way we're going to do it from now on. It's right there for you guys so you can see all the stats. It's easy for Kel to grab, makes it more accurate with inventory. So thank you guys so much. Now, you guys are free to do your thing. My last warning, I'm not trying to take the fun out, but I will say, sometimes we get these competitive matches, they get a little chippy. Look, if you stall the game, I'm going to slap you with a 10-point penalty. If you question a move, you better be right. So write it down. If you're right, no big deal. We'll go back, we'll check it out, we'll make sure that I get it right. But if you kind of, if you stall, if you delay, if you're doing things that are silly, then I'm going to expedite the game. I'm going to hit you with it, Moonshot. I'm going to hit you with it, Dimes. Dimes and Moonshot are the two Dennis Rodmans of Play Dead Live. They have the most technical penalties of anybody else. So I'm just giving them a warning before we even start to make sure that we have a great time and we keep the match going. All right. Here we go. Let me show you the map. So you see a few different things on here. We are going to try a couple visual effects. You'll see what I mean by that as we go. So there's a couple extra things up on the screen. Don't worry about it just yet. It'll all make sense shortly. So we're going to start out. Here is the order. Team Slice decided to go first. Tiny will go first, followed by Moonshot from here. Crave will go second, followed by Kel. Dimes will go third, followed by Flyrod. And Ray will go last, followed by B-Dub. You can see the lineup has shifted a little bit. All right, Tiny, you're on the clock. You got 10 seconds. Get this thing going. Tiny, it is your move. There's a yellow bubble and a blue bubble, and I will explain to you what those mean very shortly. So you'll see. Summon boss to Main Street. All right, Tiny's going to summon boss to Main Street. He is also going to drop Seal Smoke, and he's going to leave the defensive zone and go Christmas Cheer to the wall. Tiny is sealed. All right. Tiny using Jacked Elixir. And Tiny is a gladiator. Doing a little extra pop here. And boom! Tiny gets some early points in the game, not wasting any time. He is using Jack, though. Black, green, green. And you are a gladiator, sir. So how about I give you half of that blue block as well, Tiny? All right. Tiny is sealed. Let's go over to Moonshot. Moonshot, you got 10 seconds. We got Moonshot, Craven, Kel, Dimes, Flyrod, Ray, and B-Dub. So if you're on deck, go ahead and be thinking about your move. Have your moves ready. Unless somebody stops me, I am dealing damage. So again, a reminder, when you see it typed, you do your thing. All right, Moonshot is going to steal Dimes' boss. It's going to go boss to their flag. Going to drop Pet Repel. And he's going to go Plum Arrow to Craven. Craven, anything for that Plum Arrow? Craven is like, nah, bruh. I mean, literally, bruh. He's going to play Red Psycho. Moonshot, you're taking 10. All right, Red Psycho shutting down that Plum Arrow. All right, let's go over to Craven. Craven, you're up. And thanks for that, Amy. Appreciate that. You being quick on the Red Psycho draw. And as long as you don't cast it from the bench like somebody on your team did last week, then we're okay. No casting blues and psychos from the bench this week, Will. All right, Craven getting in the stealing game. Sorry, Kel, your boss is gone. Craven taking boss from Kel. Going to drop a max seal. And again, if you guys can help me out, keep up with what type of seal you cast. Whether it's a max seal, whether it's a regular seal, whether it's a healing seal, do not double cast. And he's going to go Christmas Cheer loaded to the wall. And Craven is under the effects of Insane Elixir. Boom! Craven Light. Not a gladiator, but he does know one, and he did sleep at a Holiday Inn Express last week. So, Craven Light, with that Insane Elixir, I'm going to give you the rest of the blue, that blue, and I'm even going to give you half of the next one. Because it was Christmas Cheer. But it had no extra juice on it. All right. We got Team Sly running down this wall. All right, Kel, you're up. And you got no boss. So we got Kel in the house. Let's see what Kel's going to bring. Kel is a gladiator. And Kel is insane also. All right. Woo! Kel's going to activate Cape of Craven and turn into a tank. Wow. Tank Fly Rod and Tank Kel. And then Kel's going Christmas Cheer to the wall. Now, there's a little difference between Kel and Tiny. Kel is under Insane Elixir. Tiny was under Jacked. So if you guys are wondering why is she hitting harder, well, that's why. Black, green, green, and Kel gets the full blue where Tiny only got half the blue. So Mir staging a little bit of a comeback. All right, Deadly Dimes. Your go. Keep in mind, Kel is no longer a medic. She does have tanking abilities. Do it, Eric. Throw it. I guess the teams are probably going to say it depends on who you're throwing it for. Deadly Dimes, Fly Rod, Ocean Man, and B-Dub. All right, Dimes is going to summon Rod. She's going to drop a Seal Smoke. Yeah, I did. Dimes summoning Rod, Seal Smoke, and Christmas Cheer loaded to the wall. Dimes is insane. She is also a gladiator. So, we are going to demolish that last blue block, and we're going to take down a red block too. Fly Rod, you're up. All right, Fly Rod is going to drop Pet Repel, Firefly to Ocean Man, Ocean Man, you got a little bit of craziness coming your way. And you're also taking 5 points of damage. And Gladiator Fly Rod is going to go D30 loaded to the wall. And I'm going to give him double blue with a little bit of red, Fly Rod. All right, let's go over to Crazy Ocean Man Ray. You are full-blown nuts right now. But again, it doesn't always mean something bad. The one thing I want you guys to be clear with purple, it's unpredictable. So sometimes it can be bad, sometimes it can be less bad, sometimes it might work out in your favor. All depends on how the roll goes. Because there's a spreadsheet of things that can happen to you. So we got Ocean Man and then B-Dub. All right. Ray is going to summon Faith. I'll give you that. Move to their defender zone and drop Seal Smoke. All right, Ray, I'm going to give you the Seal Smoke. However, you got a little lost on your way. So you know that Roadrunner, I should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque? You took a right turn at Albuquerque. And you ended up going to their bomber zone instead of their defender zone. But you're no longer under the effects of purple. B-Dub, you're up. All right. B-Dub is going to play Rod. She's also going to drop regular Seal Smoke. So we got a lot of seals out there. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a lot of ickies at some point. So it's a good thing we got a lot of seals. Every player is either sealed or pet repelled. And B-Dub is going to go Christmas cheer loaded to the wall. Fly Rod did a little bit of damage to that wall, B-Dub, and she is a gladiator. She takes down the red block that Fly Rod destroyed. About half of that red block was gone. Don't quite get the next one, B-Dub, but it's down to about 25% left. So there's just a little bit of that wall left. You have taken a wall lead because you got 75% of that wall down, but it is still close. All right, everybody, that's the end of round number 1. Let's go to round number 2. Tiny, you're up. Tiny's going to play Pet Repel, and he's going to go 5 rounds of Aegis, which means he'll be immune to the first attack, 90% second, 80, 70, 60. So Tiny has a Seal and a Pet Repel and an Aegis. All right, let's go over to Moonshot. Moonshot has a boss out, and Tiny has a boss out. Tiny on Main Street, Moon on the Defender flag. All right, Moonshot's going to go Seal and Thrill. And he's going to hit Craven with a mental block. Up. Tiny's not even having it. He's like, forget the mental block. All right, done. That was easy on me. Tiny using tank page 1, protecting his bomber. So, never mind, Craven. All right, Moon does the Seal and Thrill. Mental block was charged up. Let's go over to Craven. Craven, your second move. We got Craven, Kel, Dimes, Fly Rod, Ray, and B-Dub. Pretty good tactical match so far. Craven is going to mix it up a little bit. He's going to summon Boss over to their chest. And he's going to slide up to the DZ. All right, so out of the bomber area into the DC. Kel, you're up. Team Sly with 2 bosses in play. Mirror with a slight, ever so slight, wall lead. So we got Kel, Dimes, Fly Rod, Ray, and B-Dub. Kel trying to get into Roadrunner action. Kel's also going to drop a Pet Repel. Christmas Cheer loaded to the wall. And again, not trying to influence anybody, just saying when it's typed, you guys respond to it. I didn't see a response. We're resolving it. Kel taking down 2 red blocks because that last one was around 25%. She is insane. Oh, not that one. Sorry. Finishing off that block and taking down the next block. Basically 1 1/4 blocks. All right, Deadly Dimes, you are up. And Rod runs on over. Look at that. Look at Rod. Rod taking a red block for Deadly Dimes. Deadly Dimes, you were in play. Dimes is like, you know what? They stole my boss. I'm bringing out the Roadrunner. Dimes, Fly Rod, Ray, and B-Dub. And then we go to round 3 and bring in some anxiously awaiting substitutes. The benches are lit up tonight. They're ready to go. All right. Pet Repel Smoke for Dimes. So Dimes playing the Pet Repel. She's going to send Red Paul over to Moon. Red Paul will get rid of his Pet Repel. Keeps his seal. Because Red Paul's a double strike pet. But remember, it always checks Pet Repel first. So he goes up. He doesn't like what he sees. He's gone. Dimes is also going to Blue Spark D30 to the wall. Now, that's a fresh one, Dimes. So you do get the red block down. Not too much of the next one. The Blue Spark does help. So you do carry over some damage. But you still got a good portion of it left. So Dimes with the Pet Repel, basically getting rid of Moonshot's Pet Repel and going D30 loaded with a Blue Spark, taking down a red block and a little bit of the next one. Fly Rod, you're up. All right, Fly Rod is going to drop a seal, and it is regular seal. Red Paw to Ocean Man, who was lost up there in Kel's area. So Red Paw is going to get rid of Ocean Man's. Ocean Man has Faith out too. So Red Paw is going to break Ocean Man's seal. Then it's going to hit him, but it's not really going to hit him because of Faith. So Ray's down to 90. Doesn't take much. And he's going to go Blue Spark, Christmas loaded to Craven's Boss, which came out this turn, by the way. Team Sly, Blue Spark, Christmas Cheer to Craven's Boss. All right, we're going to wait. Okay, thank you. All right, and again, I have to ask this every time. Psycho, Ocean Man, or Red Psycho? Mainly for inventory purposes, it's assumed that anybody that has Red Psycho is going to play Red Psycho. If not, get one, because they're really good. Oh, you can't psycho it. Sorry. No, you got to blue it. You can't psycho it. Yeah, Ray, you can't psycho that. It's a grenade. I'm good. Just let me know whose inventory it's coming out of. All right, red, blue. So Ocean Man playing the red, blue. They've already played a red psycho. So they've used one red, blue, one red psycho. Now, that's going to hit Fly Rod. The good news for Fly Rod is he played his pet repel first. So this 10 points of damage is going to go to him. But it's not going to break his seal because the seal hasn't resolved yet. So Fly Rod will take 10. But his seal, blue does not check a pet repel because the damage is the red, not the pigeon damage. All right, so Fly Rod tries to do damage to Craven's boss with a blue spark Christmas cheer loaded. Ocean Man plays red, blue, stops the grenade, deals 10 to Fly Rod. We move on to Ocean Man. Ocean Man, you were over in Kel's neighborhood because you got a little crazy last turn. And then we'll finish out the round with B-Dub. All right, we got Ray and then B-Dub, and that finishes round number 2. And then we got some interesting substitution cycles coming in. All right, Ray, what you got for me? Move to their DZ. All right. Ray's going to slide down here where Moonshot is. All good. Silver Spark, Red Icky, and Deacon Dagger. Okay. You knew it was kind of coming. Slide into the zone. Silver Spark, Red Icky, and then a Deacon Dagger combo. So let's check pet repels first and foremost. Moonshot. No pet repel, but he does have a seal. So Red Icky is going to break Moonshot seal. All right, and then we go to Kel. Kel has pet repel and a seal. Red Icky will check her pet repel first. So we get rid of Kel's pet repel, sorry. Then we go to Fly Rod. Fly Rod has pet repel and max seal. We get rid of Fly Rod's pet repel. Then we get to B-Dub. B-Dub has no pet repel, but she has seal. So we break her seal. All right, then we go Deacon Dagger. Deacon Dagger is not going to be major damage because these players have crazy amounts of health, but they will be damage. Moonshot, starting out with you, you were at 90. Deacon Dagger is going to take you down to 82. Kel, you were at 100. Deacon Dagger is going to take you down to 94. Fly Rod, you were at 90. You're at 86. Wait. Sorry, Kel. Kel, you were sealed. Your seal is gone. Fly Rod, you were at 90. You're still at 90. Your seal is gone. B-Dub, you were at 100. You're down to 95. All right, so no seals, no pet repels for any of the Mirror Marauders. Ocean Man with a 2-shot combo there. All right, B-Dub, you're up. First and foremost, we got a little business to take care of with the Roadrunner. So, Bonnie, this might be a first. How cool is it when Roadrunner takes down the final block and resets you? Never happens. Probably the first time it's ever happened. So Roadrunner going over. This is Rod doing his job. Taking down the final red block. And then he disappears. And then we build it all right back up. And we go to the scorecard, and we're going to give Mirror 1 complete wall. All right. B-Dub is going to drop a pet repel for herself. She is going to go Grizz to Ocean Man. B-Dub playing Grizz. And it does work. Takes him back over to his wall. So it does get him out of that zone. He was trying to get some free points there. So Ray, you are going to take 10 from Grizz. Actually, you're going to take 5 because you got Faith out. And B-Dub is like, nope. I stopped it once. I'm stopping it again. I'm sorry, Dimes. Did I just call Dimes B-Dub? I'm too excited tonight, everybody. But Team Sly is now out of Red Psychos. So B-Dub was going full Doom, Red Glob to Craven's Boss. It was going to hurt a little bit. But Dime stops it, and in the process, she takes B-Dub from 95 down to 85. All right. And that is resolved through round number 2, everybody. Quick moving first 2 rounds. So, we are going to go to the substitution cycle. All right. So, B-Dub, you've got Amanda and Nixie coming in. Where would you like Amanda and Nixie? All right, so Amanda is going to go to the defensive zone. And Nixie is going to the bomber zone. Moon heading over to the sidelines. And Nixie heading up here beside Kel. All right. Dimes, you got a three-way substitution coming in. So tell me what we're going to do. We got Animal, we've got Will, and we got Amy. All right, Joe is going into Bomber. Craven is going out. Now, when Craven goes out, he does lose his seal. So we got Will going into Defender number 2, which makes him Defender number 1 right now. And Amy's coming in for Ray. Now, Ray started as a Rover, so Amy goes to Rover. All right, so if you guys are keeping up at home, this is what we got. Let me get everybody's playing order. So we got Tiny, and then Joe. Dimes is still in. Then Amy, and then Will. On the other side, we've got Amanda came in for Moon. So we'll have Amanda, Kel, Flyrod, B-Dub, and Nixie. Okay? So to go like this, Tiny, Amanda, Joe, Kel, Dimes, Flyrod, Amy, B-Dub, Will, Nixie. All right, everybody, round number 3. So round number 3, we're going to start out with Tiny. And Tiny, your boss on Main Street, does cap. So slide, taking down a flag, getting points. Tiny, your Aegis is down to 3. And it's your turn. Tiny, kick us off round number 3. All right. Tiny is going to move to Main Street. With 3 Aegis, a lot of stuff, and daring people to attack him. Woo! All right. I like it. I like this move. We've not seen a tank go in and challenge people in a while. All right. Unforeseen, you're up. And Moonshot's boss does cap as well. Moonshot's boss does cap. So let's give a point. A flag to mirror. 1 flag to 1. 1 boss still in play, and that's Craven Light. So we got Unforeseen, then Joe. All right. Amanda's going to SP3 Amy's boss. Send her boss to Main Street. Oh, she's going to challenge Tiny for Main Street. And throw Maya to Craven Light's boss. All right. Maya can't be stopped. But it's not huge amounts of damage to Craven Light's boss. Takes his boss down to 90. All right, let's go to Joe. Joe, you're up. Joe is going to summon Rod. It's also going to drop a Max Seal. Blue Spark D30 to the wall. No problems with Joe taking down the last red block. Good job, Animal. And we will reset it for you. Walls are now even. One flag, one block, one block. Joe playing Rod, Max Seal, Blue Spark D30 to the wall. Kel, you're up, and you did not have the luck that B-Dub had. Your Roadrunner, although he is cute, does only take down a black block. Kel's going to go Red Curtis to Craven Light's boss. Drop a Seal and Thrill. We will wait. Let's go ahead and get Kel her Seal. So you got Red Curtis, and you also got a Blue Spark Sega Vega to Craven's boss. All right, Will is going to play the I-Ring An animal is going to direct half of that damage to himself, and he is sealed. Pro move by the animal. All right, Will using the eye ring, so Red Curtis does not hit it. Kel goes Blue Spark, Sega Vega, and Animal splits the damage where half of it comes to him, and since he's sealed, Animal takes none of the damage. Thank you, Animal, for finally unlocking how good it can be to be a medic. I've been waiting for 14 months for a medic to seal and medic page 3 to them. All right, the other half of the damage does go to Craven's boss. Takes it down to 80. Craven's boss is at 80. All right, so Kel basically gets a seal out of it and half damage to Craven's boss. All right, let's go over to Deadly Dimes. Dimes, you got all kind of buffs. You still got your Pet Repel, your Max Seal. So we go Dimes, Fly Rod, Amy, and B-Dub. Omega to Nixie, Gold Spark to Nixie, D30 loaded to the wall. All right, I don't have Omega. Sorry, everybody. But I do have a red Finny. So just for visual purposes, maybe this will help you guys out a little bit. At least you can see there is a pet that is going to hit Nixie, and then next turn it'll bounce to the wall. So it helps out a little bit. But Omega is basically going to do the same amount of damage. So that's why I used it. Nixie taking 10 from Omega. And she got minimized, so she is Gold Sparked. And a D30 loaded to the wall. D30 loaded to the wall from Insane Dimes. You were trailing by a few points. Black, green, green. And half that blue again, Dimes. We've been here before. Slide taking a little bit of a wall lead. Fly Rod, you're up. We got Craven at one chest. We got Tiny at Main Street. We got Amanda contesting Main Street. Fly Rod, Amy, B-Dub, Will. All right, Fly Rod is going to play boss to their chest. Fly Rod's going to play a Seal and Thrill. And he's going to go Christmas Cheer to Craven's Boss, and Amy is going to evoke it, which means they're going to let it hit, but she's going to prevent half the damage. So half of that Christmas Cheer is going to hit Craven's Boss. So Craven, you're taking another 16 to your boss, which is going to take it down to 64. Craven's Boss holding tight. A lot of mitigation, down to 64. Fly Rod plays the boss. He gets the seal and goes Christmas Cheer loaded. All right, let's go to Amy. Amy, you're up. Amy in the rover position right now. So we go Amy, B-Dub, Will, and Nixie. All right, Amy's going to summon Faith. We see Dal. I told you guys Dal would be here picking up that duelist gear. Amy dropping some pet repel. And Amy going D30 loaded to the wall. And she is under the effect of jacked, but she is a gladiator and this is her first turn. So even though she's coming off the bench, she does get the extra damage. Blue. Blue. And blue. The other blue was half. So she takes down the other half that Dimes left up. She's under the effect of jacked, which doesn't help her, but she is a gladiator. So she gets 2.5 blue blocks. All right, let's go over to B-Dub. We got B-Dub, Will, and then Nixie. And then we got one more round, and then we're at halftime, everybody. We are rolling. All right, she's going to go Seal and Thrill. Red Curtis to Craven's Boss. And Doom with Red Glob to Craven's Boss. Amy says ouch. I don't know if that's the same as weight. Team Sly, are we good? I don't want to calculate this and go back. All right. Red Curtis is going to hit, and Amy's going to take 50% of the doom damage. All right, let's resolve Red Curtis. Red Curtis is hitting for 9. It's going to take his boss down to 55. The Doom Red Glob. Yeah, it does hit like a truck. Correct. The upgraded Doom Red Glob one sec, I'm calculating all this damage. Is going to hit Craven Light. Not bad health, but it's still a big hit. For 36%. 36%. But Amy's going to split that damage, which means it's going to hit him for 18%. Would have done more than a third damage to him in one shot. Takes his boss down to 37. Now, Amy is taking the other 18%, but she's got faith out, which means, Amy, you're taking 9% of that. All medic mitigation has been used. So, Amy, we're taking you down to 91. And you still have your pet repel. All right, so B-Dub goes. Red Curtis, it hits. She seals herself. She's good. Red Glob is medicked, where half of it goes to his boss, half goes to Amy, but then half of what goes to Amy is split because of faith. Will, you're up. We have Will and then Nixie, and then we go to round number 4. Craven Light's boss is at 37. We'll cap next round. Tiny and Amanda are fighting for Main Street. And Fly Rod is working on the other chest, and it would cap in round 5. All right, Will is going Roadrunner. Will's going to play Seal. And you cannot max Torment, Will. You can't double smoke. All right. He can't double smoke, so we're just going to go with that. Nixie, you're up. He's playing Rod, and he's going to play the Seal Smoke, but he can't go with the Torment. So we go to Nixie, and we finish out the round. And then we'll go back to Unforeseen. No, I'm sorry. We'll go back to Tiny. And then Unforeseen. But Tiny ain't going to be doing much because he's on Main Street. All right. It's about to get ugly here. Nixie's going to drop a Seal. And she's going to play Icky. And she's going to go Red Glob, but her damage is cut in half because she's Silver Sparked. Some pretty clever stuff by Team Sly. But let's go ahead and resolve the Icky first and foremost. All right, we're going to start out with Tiny. So Tiny is sealed and pet repelled. And he has one charge of Aegis left. So the pet repel will kick in and get rid of the Icky before the Aegis. All right, after Tiny, we have Joe. Joe is sealed. Icky will break his seal. After Joe, we have Dimes. Dimes is pet repelled. Pet repel is gone. After Dimes, we have Bones. Bones has pet repel. Pet repel is gone. After Bones, we have Will, who just sealed. Will's seal is gone. So Dimes has a seal. Tiny has a seal. And that's it for Team Sly. All right, Nixie is sealed. And she plays Red Glob to Craven's boss. But her Red Glob only does 50% damage because she is Silver Sparked. Nixie takes Craven Light from 37 down to 25. Gold Sparked. All right. Nixie, you are no longer Gold Sparked at the end of your turn. We go to the next round. One sec. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. We're moving into round number 4, and just wanted to make sure I had Dimes and Mega down. So we've got 2 seals basically on the team on the right side. We got a lot of seals and a lot of pet revives, team on the left side. And you guys know some bosses may cap this turn. We're going to start out with Tiny. Tiny, we skip your turn because you are gathering the chest and you will cap next turn. Then we go to Unforeseen. Amanda, it is your turn, the final turn for you in round number in the first half. All right, I need a target, Amanda. All right, she is going to F5, Deacon Dagger, and drop Heal and Seal. All right, Amanda with the Heal and Seal. Put a seal over her head. And she's going to go F5, Deacon Dagger. So we're going to deal a little bit of damage to Team Sly. Buckle up. All right, first and foremost, Tiny. The F5 Deacon Dagger will hit your seal. You are no longer sealed. Animal Joe. F5 Deacon Dagger going to hit you a little harder, my man. It's upgraded too. Animal, you're taking 29. You have no seal. Animal taking 29% from an activation. Joe, you're down to 71. Dimes, you were sealed. Not sealed anymore. Amy, you're not sealed at all. And you were sitting at 91, but you do have Faith out. So the damage is split in half. You take 12. You're down to 79. And Will, you got nothing, but you were at 100%. But you're down to 80. You take 20%. All right, the F5 Deacon Dagger has hit all its targets. Amanda drops a Heal and Seal. And we go over to Joe, who is in Craven Light's position. And Craven Light's boss did manage to hold on at 25%. Craven Light taking a flag. 2 flag Sly, 1 flag Mirror. Animal, you're up. And Animal, your Roadrunner, zooms on over. Beep, beep. Takes down a red block. And you're up. Joe is going to summon boss to their flag. Putting another boss in play. In turn number 4, it'll cap in 6. All right, and he's going to go Heal and Seal. I think everybody just wants the yellow bubbles tonight. And F5 D30 to the wall. Joe's not even playing. B-Dub says, hold up, and we will hold up. Ah! Fly Rod likes that redirection. Animal. He set up a nice, juicy F5 D30 to the wall. But it just so happened it got Judas to the other wall. Sly, we're going to let that Judas go? It's up to you. It's either going to go or you're going to say wait. All right, so we got Joe going F5 to the wall. Fly Rod redirects it. Dimes may want to do something to it. At this point, you kind of have to. All right. I'm going to nicely give a warning to both teams because I've now had Amanda delete a move and I've had Craven Light play a move from the bench and delete it as well. So that's one warning to both teams. The next person that removes a comment is going to get a deduction from their team. So I want to be clear. All right? So Joe is going to play blue and stop his own grenade. Doesn't happen often, but it does happen. So Joe went F5, D30 loaded, Fly Rod redirected it, and Sly was basically forced to use their second blue. They have one remaining. People are just excited. I get it. But you got to think about your moves, everybody. Let's go. All right. That was Joe. Kel, you're up. So Joe basically got a seal out of it and lost a blue. But did get the other team to use a legendary. So there's that. Kel, Dimes, Flyrod, Ocean Man, B-Dub, Will, and Nixie. Hey, Joe, do me a favor. Keep that chat in your messenger chat. ArcSpark Grizz. To Defender. That would be Joe. Dust, wait. That would be Will. All right, Kel, you're hitting Will, right? Will is the defender you're talking about, I assume? Dust to the bomber area. All right, so here's what's going to go down. Will doesn't have his eye ring any longer, and he doesn't have any seal. So Kel is going to go Grizz, and she's going to take Will and Roadrunner. All the way over here. Will, you're taking damage from that. So I've got you down to 70. Kel's going to go dust to their bomber area. As long as the dust is out there, I know it looks like bile smoke, but we're using the same thing for both. As long as the dust is out there, any attack from that zone is 25% nerfed. So do 25% less damage. And Kel is going to go Sega Vega to Animal's boss. So the bigger news is what Joe's boss is going to take from the Sega Vega. Kel hits hard. Joe moderately geared. Joe, your boss takes 30. It's down to 70. Kel hitting it for 30%. So Will with the ArcSpark Grizz gets moved out of the defender area. Takes the damage. Dust to the bomber area. And then Kel hitting Joe's boss for 30%. All right, Dimes. Your Omega leaves Nixie, comes back over, and hits the wall. So you do some red wall damage. And Omega's gone, by the way. Even though it looks like a Finny, it's an Omega. Trust me. So at Dimes, Flyrod, Amy, B-Dub, Will, and Nixie, and then we go to halftime. We've got Sly with 2 flags, Mirror with 1, Sly with a wall lead as well. Amanda and Flyrod contesting Main Street. Fly Rod going after the other chest, and Animal going after Mir's chest. All right, do we have dimes? Where you at, dimes? Let's go, guys. Get your moves in. Ten seconds. All right, Dime's going to play the Max Seal. She is going to go Red Curtis to the wall. That's a smart move because Omega hit the wall and Red Curtis hit the wall. So the combination of the two does finish off the red block. Well played, Dimes. And she's going D30 loaded to the wall. So fresh wall, D30 loaded with Insane Elixir. All right, we're taking it down. All right, let's go to Fly Rod. Fly Rod, you're up. You do have your boss out, so you can't play a pet. All right, Fly Rod is going to Enrage 3 the wall. I'm going to move Will's Roadrunner to the side just so we don't end up with any Hassenpfeffer. All right. D30 loaded to the wall. Green. Green. Fly Rod's insane. Blue. Blue. Fly Rod. Oh. And he's enraged. Hold on. He gets another blue. Fly Rod going double green, triple blue. Insane, triple rage, D30 loaded. Get him to the red zone. Amy, you're up. Amy, B-Dub, Will, and Nixie. And then we're at halftime. And then we only got 3 rounds left. All right, Red Curtis to the wall, Blue Spark, D30 loaded. That might be a little overkill for one block. It's certainly going to take down a red block. I mean, that's the way you get rid of it. Any objection, Team Mirror? All right, Red Curtis goes in, damages the red block. Blue Spark D30 loaded. Takes it down. All right, let's reset it. And we got a second full wall for Team Sly. Two flags, two blocks for Sly. All right, pretty easy to do. Everything was loaded at the wall. All right, B-Dub, you're up. Bonnie, Will, and Nixie. Doom, Red Glob with Divine Enrage to Joe's boss. Sly, I'm calculating. All right, we're going to resolve it. Joe, I hate to inform you, your boss goes from 70% down to 13%. 57% shot from B-Dub with the Doom, Red Glob, and Divine Enrage. Taking it from 70% down to 13%. Yeah. All right, Will, you're up. Somebody didn't want that boss to be there very long. All right. Will. Will. It's not even dead yet. Will's like, hell, I know Joe's boss is dying. Will's going on over there too. He's like, you guys go ahead and take out Joe's boss. I'm going to prepare for it. All right, Will's sending boss on over. Going to heal and move back to the defensive zone. And, by the way, sorry, Will's Roadrunner capped at the beginning. Sadly, Will's Roadrunner, just like Kel's, only took down a black block. Wow. Man, these Roadrunners just like to piss you guys off. And if I can find him. Found him. All right, sorry about that. So Will's Roadrunner takes out a black block. Will's going to heal in his mask. Will easily bring you back to 100%, Will. And he plays boss and moves back to the defensive zone. All right, and Nixie, you're going to take us to halftime. Final move of the first half. Teams get to regroup. Got a really well played match by both teams so far in the first half. Awesome gameplay. Nixie is going to go Mere Malice loaded to the wall. All right. Nixie, Mere Malice. Is the M30. M30 loaded to the wall. And she gets a red block, leaving Joe up there a little bit longer. All right. Hey, everybody, we're at halftime. We're going to sub some people out, sub some people back in. So let's start first and foremost with Team Mir. B-Dub, we have, I think, Moonshot coming back in round 5 for Amanda. And then Julie J coming in for Nixie. Is that correct? All right, Moon is coming in for Amanda. Good job, Unforeseen. Moon going back into defensive zone. And Julie J is coming in for Nixie. In the second bomber position. So we got Kel with the seal. Let me get this set up for everybody. All right, that's what the lineup looks like. And Deadly Dimes. Tell me what we got coming back in and who's going out in round number 5. And just type it, let everybody know who they're replacing. If you guys are just tuning in, we have 3 rounds remaining. All right, Craven is going to come in for Animal Joe. Craven will be dealing 25% less. Amy stays in as Rover. Will stays where he's at in Defender. Tiny would go back, but he is engaged in the chest for now. All right, let me give you guys the order. We've got, kicking this thing off is going to be Tiny, then Moon, then Craven, then Kel, then Dimes, then Flyrod. Then Amy, then B-Dub, then Will, then Julie J. Okay? Team Mir has used no Psychos and no Blues. Team Sly has used 2 Psychos and 1 Blue. Seals are as follows. Kel is sealed. B-Dub is sealed and pet repelled. Flyrod is sealed. For Sly, Dimes is sealed. There is dust in the bomber area of Sly, so 25% less effective. You're right. And you know what? I do have 2 blues used, and they were stacked. 2 blues, 2 psychos. Let me spread them out. Thank you, Jason. I don't even need to check because I got it. All right. Let's kick it over to our man of the hour, the Tower of Power. Some say he's the best, but he just capped a chest. Tiny. Doing it the old-fashioned way. He earned it. That also means that Amanda loses her boss. Amanda's boss goes out of play. Team Tiny gaining a 3rd flag for Sly. Tiny does go back into the tank position. Actually, Tiny was a defender. Tiny goes back to his defensive zone with Will. But he cannot move. So he automatically goes back to the defensive zone. No action. All right, Moonshot, you're up. And again, Moonshot, Amanda's boss would have capped, but it was a contested zone, so it is gone. Rival Saber, Vega ammo to Joe's boss. And he's going to play Rod. We get Rod out down here with Moonshot. And he's going to drop Max Seal. Moonshot is sealed. He's going to obliterate Joe's boss. Sorry, Joe. But luckily, Will had your back. That boss is gone. We got Will at 1 chest. We got Fly Rod at another chest. So I don't even need to calculate the damage here because I know it's more than 13. All right, Craven Light. You're up. We have Craven Light, Kel, Dimes, Fly Rod, Amy, B-Dub, Will, and Julie J. Looks like it's going to be a close one, everybody. Both teams in the second half gearing for their strategies. All right. Craven is going to drop Unholy. He's going to summon Rod. And might have been better off throwing a grenade because I don't think, Bonnie, correct me if I'm wrong, you are not in possession of a Judas. Is that correct? She is not. Got to do your homework, guys. Bonnie does not have a Judas. So the activate Cosmic Heart, you'll know that for next time. So Bonnie will not be using a Judas for 2 turns. You do get Rod, and you do get rid of the Dust Smoke. So the ability uses and then fizzles. Kel. you are the king of taking things that aren't there. But the nice thing about that item is you'll keep your notes accurate. All right, let's get Kel. Kel, you're up. Amy Faith is gone, by the way. Does not carry over through the half. All right. I need a target, Kel. All right. So Craven. Misha roars. And I was very thorough yesterday, but I am going to explain it now that the move is over. So pay close attention. Misha could have broken Deadly Dime's seal with her roar and also attacked another player. And I mentioned this multiple times. So Misha will roar. It can target a seal for one player and attack another player while also giving you a Frantic 5 for free. And I'm not going to allow it now because I did explain it twice yesterday. So you can take a seal off one person, hit another person who's not sealed, or you can take a seal off one person and hit that person. And then you get the Frantic 5. So, you wasted it. You could have taken a seal off dimes. I can only say it honestly. But with that being said, now we know. So Craven, you are the target, and you are going to take big damage from Misha. Kel, you get the Frantic 5 and you get the grenade, that's a different story. So, Team Sly, up to you. Anything for Kel's Christmas cheer Frantic 5 going to the wall. Let me know if you guys want to deal with that. Craven Light, you were at 100. Misha's going to come in. You are down to 80. You're down to 80. And I got Kel hitting the wall with a Frantic 5 holiday cheer. Team Sly, yes, no, maybe. Going once, going twice. Wait, don't wait. Blow the wall up. All right, we're blowing it up. Kel, congratulations. You're taking 2 red blocks. Red and red. All right, let's move on over to Dimes. Dimes, you're up. Craven has a Roadrunner. Moonshot has a Roadrunner. Everybody has a Roadrunner. We're in round number 5, everybody. 3 more rounds. Play smart. This game's going down to the wire. Seen 2 completely different strategies. We got super aggressive and we got lockdown. And we're going to see who is going to win. I love the different strategies by both teams. Will Sly deal enough damage to win? Or has Mir saved enough to pull away at the end? We got Dimes, Flyrod, Amy, B-Dub, Will, and Julie J. All right, Dimes is going to Cape of Craven, and she is going to steal Bonnie's boss. All right. We're going to take the boss, and Julie J is going to redirect. And for a second time tonight, they are going to have to blue their own. You cannot Sly Shaw a pet steal. You can Sly Shaw and avoid damage, but you can't use it to avoid the pet being taken. All right. Moonshot is the first to fall into the negative 10 points club for tonight. We gave both teams valid warnings. You do not retract moves until those moves are acknowledged. It's so easy just to leave them up on the screen until we read them. We make sure that we get the right move out of the way. All right, we've got red-blue from Craven Light. So Craven Light's red-blue is the final blue for Team Sly. All right. And Tim, keep it in mirror chat. I'm going to ask you guys again. I don't need your help keeping score. So if you got questions, direct it to your factions. We don't wing it. So of course it has rules. All right, can we get back to the game? So Craven Light is going to red blue, and that is going to be directed to Julie J, who played the Judas. So Julie J, I got you taking 10. All right, so Dimes had the turn. Dimes went Cape of Craven, stole Bonnie's boss. Again, you can't disappear to save your boss. Dimes went F5, D30 to the wall. Julie J redirected it to their wall. And then Team Sly used their final red-blue in order to stop their own grenade for a second time. Fly Rod, your move. All right, Fly Rod is going to play Red Nolan. And D30 loaded to the wall. All right, at this point, Sly can't do anything about it because they used their last red-blue. So that wall is going down. The walls are now even. So let's build it back up. Two blocks. Sly still has a wall advantage. And Fly Rod, you did also capture the boss before you played your Red Nolan. So it is 3 flags to 2 flags. All right, Amy, you're up. We got Amy, B-Dub, Will, and Julie J. All right, Amy, get your Red Nolan in play. She's going to drop Max Seal. And she's going to throw the M30 loaded to the wall. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Bonnie and Julie J being on top of that quick. Julie J is going to use prevention. She's going to prevent that damage from hitting the wall. That is exactly the speed of which it should be done. Thank you. All right, let's go over to B-Dub. You can see Pets out. Moonshot has Rod. Craven Light has Rod. Fly Rod has Nolan. And Amy has Nolan. We've got 3 flags to 2. Walls are almost even. A lot of bosses have been stolen. This certainly is going down to the wire. All right, B-Dub is going to go blitz to Amy's Nolan. Bye, Nolan. Sorry, Amy. Nolan was stolen. Bile Smoke to the defender area. Oh boy, looks like a 2-for-1 special up there. All right, that Vile Smoke is going to get rid of Tiny Seal. And it's also going to hit Will for 10 points of damage. Will, you're down to 90. And we ain't done yet because Bonnie is going to go Christmas Cheer with Insane Elixir. Black, green, green, blue. Black, green, green, blue. The third cycle of walls. I'll give it to you. Amy playing her last charge of Evoke. Black, green, green. Black, green, green, saving one blue block with her final charge of Evoke. It's out of play. Will, you're up. We got Will, Julie J, and then we go to round number 6. All right, Will's going to play Unholy. Will get rid of the Vile Smoke and sliding down and going D30, loaded to the wall. Moonshot is going to play red-blue. That is the first red-blue for Team Mirror. We call these type of teams permission teams, if you guys know the old Magic the Gathering. Mirror has the ability to lock you down, and that red-blue late in a game, Will, is going to deal another 10 to you. It's like you have to ask permission whether or not you can do damage. Moonshot with a big stop there. All right, Julie J, you're up. Julie J, final move of round 5. Really good match. You got one team that is basically a red team that's direct damage. You got another team that is prevention. And it's just great to see the two battle. Julie J is going to go after Main Street. I see you, JJ. A late charge at Main Street. That boss will cap on the final move of the game if it is allowed to stay up. So Julie J playing it, and it would cap in round number 7. She's also going to play Seal and Thrill and M30 loaded to the wall. Julie J is jacked. And not Gladiator. Julie J, I got you going blue, blue, and a little less than half of that next blue block. So she gets boss on Main Street, She gets a seal. And she gets a thrill. You know what? I'm giving her the blue block. It's a seal and thrill. She got it. All right, that is the end of round number 5. Everybody buckle down. We're in for a good match. This is the final round of 5 players. So, Tiny, you're back. Welcome back, Tiny. Kick off round number 6. We've got Rod out there. We've got flags. We got damage. We got 2 good teams going at it. Great strategies on both parts. Whose strategy is going to win out? I can't tell you right now. It's anybody's game. Mir's taking a wall lead. Slight wall lead. All right. Tiny is going to blitz Fly Rod's Nolan. And heal and seal. And the F5 Sega Vega. I'm assuming it's going to be tank page 1. So Fly Rod using his cooldown. Tank page 1 is out of play. For Fly Rod. All right, let's go to Moonshot. Moonshot. Rod is going to go up here. And look at that. Lucky enough to take down that red block. All right, so we've got Moon, then Craven, Kel, Dimes, Fly Rod, Amy, B-Dub, Will, and Julie J. And after that, we go to the 4 starters for a speed round. I know it gets better every week, but one of the best matches I've seen as far as preparation from both teams. All right. Moon is going to go F5 Rival Saber to Will's Boss, Max Torment to Craven. Craven is under Max Torment, so he will have to peel it off before he enrages, which is a half-turn move. And I don't know slide should not have anything for that F5. All right. Needless to say, Moonshot's rival Saber is not Bonnie's Doom or Tammy's Fuse. Nonetheless, it is F5, and it does still do 23% to Will's boss. Will, your boss is at 77. 77%. So a pretty good hit, but it is based on damage and Will's health. So we're okay. All right. Let's go to Craven Light. Craven Light. Your Roadrunner is going to beep on over, and it is going to get you a green block. And you are tormented. You can play pets because your pet is out of play now. I know you're newish. I just want to let you know you're rod capped, which you got a clean slate. All right. That's a good move. He's going to rip off Torment. Going to play a Nolan. And the Christmas cheer loaded. Looks like Julie J is going to play red-blue. That is the second red-blue for Team Mirror. They have one remaining. So, Craven, you are taking 10% from that. Going to take you back down to 90. All right, let's go over to Kel. Kel, Dimes, Flyrod, Amy, B-Dub, Will, and Julie J. All right. Kel's going to max Torment Dimes. Dimes is sealed. The max Torment does not deal any damage. The seal has no effect on it. She is still sealed. Kel with red Nolan. Dimes, you are tormented. And Kel is going to go Blue Spark D30 to the wall. Blue Spark and Insane. Get you red. Get you a little bit of the next red block. Dimes, you are tormented. You still have your seal. What do you have up your sleeve? All right. Dime's going to peel off Torment. She's going to play Red Nolan. And she's going D30 to the wall. I'll give it a couple seconds. All right, we're going to let it resolve. So we're going to go green, blue, and blue. Green, blue, and blue. Fly Rod, you're up. Fly Rod is going to bring Blitz. Getting your Nolan out of play, Dimes. Pretty good cat and mouse here. Fly Rod, D30 loaded. We like it. Taking it down. Amy, you're up. Amy, B-Dub, Will, Julie J. Then starters come back in for 4 remaining moves. All right, we're going to blitz Kel's Red Nolan. Amy's going big. F5 D30. And Bonnie's going to go red blue. And she's going to direct it back to Amy, breaking Amy's seal. Amy, you're no longer sealed. Max seal is gone. No damage to the wall, but your blitz does take out Kel's Nolan. Looks like we just got one Nolan in the game. All right, B-Dub, you're up. We got B-Dub, then Will, then Julie J. All right, B-Dub is going red Nolan too. And she easily blue sparks and takes the dynamite to the wall. Mir taking down their 3rd wall of the night. They got a little bit of a wall lead on Team Sly. 3rd wall. Both teams out of blues. Three flags to 2. 3 walls to 2. And we go over to Will. And Will is capping Boss for Team Sly. Giving Sly its 4th flag of the night. 4 flags to 3. We do know that Julie J's boss will cap at the end of the game, or on the last turn, right before the end of the game. So, Will, your boss is out of play, and it's your move. All right, Will is going to blitz B-Dub's Red Nolan. This is like 2 heavyweight boxers going punch for punch tonight. Max Torment on Kel. And F5, D30 loaded to the wall. And Mir should have one final trick up their sleeve. I know what it is. And then we're going to roll through. Because I'm pretty sure this was brought up a long, long time ago. Kel with tank page 1. So Kel turned into a tank a long, long time ago. And she uses her cooldown to stop Will's F5 D30 loaded. Remember, if you used an F5, you can't use one of the other potions. If you used one of the other potions, like Enrage 3, you can't use F5. So Kel stopping Will's big, big grenade shot, and it would have been a big shot. All right, Julie J. You were up, Julie J. And then we're bringing the starters back in. F5, D30, loaded to the wall from Julie J. And I love when we close a game out like this because we've got black, green, green, blue, and half another blue. Julie J, big shot, taking down half the dang wall on your way out the door. All right, everybody. That is the end of round number 6. Everybody take a deep breath. It's been absolutely amazing so far. Julie J, great job heading over to the bench. We got the starters back in. On the other side, we've got Amy heading over to the bench. Ocean Man coming back in at the Rover. Will heading over to the sidelines. And Deadly Dime staying in the tank position. No teams have any blues remaining. In case there are any attacks, we've got Kel is sealed. B-Dub is sealed in Pet Repel. Fly Rod is sealed. Moonshot is sealed. Tiny is sealed. Dimes is sealed. Craven Light has a Nolan. No purple effects. Healing has been nerfed. No legendaries. All right. Let's do this, everybody. Each player gets one turn. Tiny, you're up. We go Tiny, Moonshot, Craven, Kel, Dimes, Fly Rod, Ray, and B-Dub. We'll be bringing it home. That's what I'm talking about, Julie J. She says, that matches my mat. Mine too. I'm going to hire Julie J as like my marketing representative. As long as it matches the mat, we're doing it well. Or like LL Cool J would say, we're doing it, we're doing it, we're doing it well. This has a tournament feel to it. You guys think so? Does this feel like a playoff match? So well played tonight. Now if we can just get Tiny to go. Tiny? Tiny, Moon, Craven, Kale, Dimes, Flyrod, Ray, and B-Dub. Where you at, Tiny? Oh! My! Oh! I see what you did there. Epic! Epic move! Oh my goodness. You'll see exactly how good of a move that was. Dimes playing Cray to Kel. That is original. All right. Certainly, Psycho. She psychos the yellow glob, which is going to deal 10 points to Tiny. But he's sealed, so seal is gone. Tiny seal is broken. He goes Cray to Kel. And she's already tormented. All right, let's go to Moonshot. Moonshot, you're up from the defensive zone. Moonshot. Then Craven, then Kel. All right, Blitz to Craven for Nolan. Plum Arrow will not take potions out of play. It's not a great move because it's a purple arrow effect that takes an item out of play in the final round. You deal the damage, but you don't get the effect. Same as traps, stuns, and sleep arrows. Craven Light. You take the damage from the arrow. You take the AP damage. You don't lose the item. You do lose your pet. Craven, you're at 126 base. You're taking 18. Down to 108. Craven, you're up. Moon stealing the pet, dealing damage to Craven. And Craven's going to go at this solo. We got Craven, Kel, Dimes, Flyrod, Ray, and B-Dub. Sly with a flag lead, although we'll get a little closer very soon. And again, check your potions. Do not double dip in potions. We don't want to have to penalize you later. Summon Cray to Flyrod. I am going to backtrack on something because I just looked up and realized. Dimes. I got to check one thing real quick, because I want to get this right for you guys at the end. Okay. No, I wanted to check. Cray does not deal damage, and the reason that's important, Cray deals wall damage. Because if Cray dealt damage to a player, it would have broken Kel's seal, and that's very important. So, Craven Light plays Cray to Flyrod. Again, Flyrod is sealed. It attaches itself to Flyrod. Deals no damage. It either deals 15 points of damage to the wall, or it attaches to a player and nerfs their damage. Okay, the move is fine. An F5 dynamite to the wall. F5 dynamite to the wall is going to go blue block, red block, and a little bit of the next red block. All right, Kels, you're up. Kel has Torment and Cray. All right. Kel, I want to clarify. You're removing Cray and removing Torment. I'm gonna let you retype your turn. You can delete that. You didn't have to post it. In fact, I suggest you delete it and retype your move. You're under the effects of Torment and also under the effects of Cray. All right. This is why this was such a good move. Because basically Tammy locked her down, and if she removes both of those, that's a full turn. So she was either going to remove Torment and do 50% damage, or remove Cray and not be able to enrage. So very well played, Dimes. I'm impressed with that. So she removes Cray. She can't enrage, so she just throws a piece of dynamite. Blue block. All right. We're moving over to Dimes. Summon Rage, dynamite to the wall. Dimes is going to enrage with dynamite, and it is a damaged wall. Red block. Damaged wall with an enrage and dynamite barely takes down the red wall. Fly Rod, you have max torment. We have Fly Rod, Ray, and B-Dub. All right. You cannot cast a pet with the torment. You could play a smoke because a smoke is dropped. So the pet is a half turn. The removal is a half turn and the attack. The only way you can go to 4 is to drop a smoke. That's the purpose of the torment. Wouldn't do any good to have a torment if you can play the exact same number of turns, is the point. The peeling off prevents you from the extra action. All right, so he's going to drop the potion. So he is going to remove Cray, play the pet, and attack. Tiny is getting launched. Red Grizz by Tiny. Come on over to this wall. Tiny taking about 9 points of damage. He's in pretty good shape. And Fly Rod is going to go D30 loaded to the wall. D30 loaded. With Insane. You got it. Fly Rod is getting the blue block and the red block. D30, he's under the insanity effect. Ocean Man, you're up. And then B-Dub will close us out. At the beginning of B-Dub's turn, Julie J's boss will cap. Ocean Man is going to go F5, Christmas cheer to the wall. And Ray is insane. And he does go double red. For the third complete wall, for Ocean Man. Three blocks to 3 blocks. All right, B-Dub, this is it. Now, you guys know you can't do that. You can't attack and then move, guys. All right, B-Dub. F5 M30 loaded. F5 M30. And she's getting double red. And Julie J will cap. For a third flag. And B-Dub, 2 blocks. All right, everybody, that is it. Good match. No idea. I know it's going to go down to the wire. So, good battles on both part. Some good pet damage. Good strategies. And we'll get a score for you guys. All right. Let's calculate this up, see where everybody left it. It was as good as you're going to see. All right, we're going to start out with flag damage. So flags, we know, Team Mir took down 3 flags, 600 points. Team Sly, 4 flags, 850 points. Team Mir took down 3 complete walls and almost took down a 4th. 1,150 points. Team Sly, 3 complete walls, 900 points. Defensive zone occupied. There were 2 rounds that Sly did not have anyone in the defensive zone. So out of 5 total rounds, Sly got 125 points. Mir had someone in the defensive zone every round. 175 points. Moonshot, 10-point deduction. Final score. Team Mir, 1,915. Team Sly, 1,875. Mir holding on by less than 50 points. Another epic finish and another heartbreaking loss for Team Sly. Down to the wire. Man, oh man, are these guys playing close games. Super, super close. Very well played. So really quick, how do you guys like the new symbols on the map? Helpful for attacks, for bosses, for strategies? I have to say, I felt much, much more kind of in my element tonight. Like I felt seeing it in both places sort of kept me a little bit more focused. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I got to tell you guys, I mean, these matches they're coming down to using a cooldown at the right time. Stopping using a blue at the right time or the wrong time, using a psycho, all of the above. So, early in the season, these teams will see each other again. And look, I got nothing but I know a lot of you guys, you measure everything in wins and losses, but when we get games that are down to what? 40 points between winning and losing, that's pretty amazing. So, good stuff. Thanks so much, Busy. I'm glad. Yeah, we got more cards coming out to you guys. So, hey, everybody, go relax, go get a beer. Don't take yourself too serious tonight. Enjoy the game. Tell each other they did a great job, and get with your teams and come out with. There were some great moves tonight. So certainly, Tammy, that 1-2 punch in the Cray Torment combo, that was very well done. And, I mean, you guys will second guess yourself. I get it. But just work on it. Become a little bit better. So, big shout out to Team Sly. Big shout out to Team Mir. If 40 points separates first place from second place, then we know we're in for a battle all the way through the wire. So, you guys have a great night. I will be off tomorrow night. I will be working on your inventory. I'll be working on your upgrades, all of the above. And I'll see you guys back here on Wednesday night for Vox versus Arc. So have a good night, everybody. And we'll use these little images for the next match. See ya. Peace.
dance, baby. I just wanna dance, 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 dance.